Hey everybody, welcome back. Glad to have you here with me again. And before we get going, I would like to let you know that tomorrow morning, April 5th at 9 a.m., that is Pacific Daylight Time, I am going to initiate a live stream where you can ask questions and get real-time answers to whatever you might have on your mind. I hope that time works for you. If not, you can always watch a replay of it, and I will still answer questions if you have any, which I'm sure you do. I've got some feedback where there have been questions that weren't addressed. So, by all means, please join me, and I look forward to having you there tomorrow morning, April 5th at 9 a.m. I would like to address something before we get on today's topic, and that is a thought that might be in the back of your mind. And I say that because it's in the back of mine, and I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. When I say that I will answer your questions, I don't want to come across as a know-it-all, because we all know everything that there is to know already. We've already covered that. But what I'm speaking of is I don't want to make you think I have all the answers personally right here, because I don't. I pause, as you're well aware. And in the editing process, I cut out an enormous amount of pausing, which just takes up time in the feed. So I don't bother leaving that in. But the pausing is so that I can get the information to go forward. So I can get whatever it is that I'm talking about straight. Call it spirit guiding me, if you will. That's fine. That works. So if I come across like I'm a know-it-all on this realm, I'm not. None of us really know it all on this realm. We can do our best, which is the reality of that's all we can do. Now, hopefully, the dove that's cooing outside is not distracting. Uh, they're very vocal this morning, so we'll move on. Now, today's topic is going to be love and sex. Now, what the heck has that got to do with spiritual awakening? Actually, I'm asking myself that right now, but that's the guidance that I've got. So we're going to wing it. We're going to go through and figure it out. As I've said before, we are only total love. That is our energy. That's who and what we are. But when we come to this reality, this realm, then we operate in the restrictions of the human form. And as such, we get fed a bunch of ideas, stories, as I've said, that certain things are and are not okay. There is a difference, obviously, between love and between sex, and yet they can also be interconnected. Is one required to have the other? No, it's not. Do they enhance each other? Absolutely. If you have sex with someone that you truly love, it can be such an incredible experience. But love is not required, obviously. Now, contrary to what many theologians and teachers and social leaders, etc., want you to believe, sex is a natural part of life. There is nothing to be ashamed by it or about it. There's no reason to hide who you are based on your sexual orientation. These are just bodies. And when one soul connects with another and they want to express their joy with each other, often we use sex as a way to do that. It is the giving of oneself to another. There are a lot of possibilities that I can't cover here because it would take too much time. But let's face it, people have different opinions and ideas of what love is. Some use sex as a demonstration of love or as an idea of how to show love. Is it wrong? Well, I don't believe in right or wrong. That's up to you to figure out, but let me say this part of it. When one soul or spirit is attempting to show another a connection or a desire for a connection, and to show the joy that they feel with that connection, how can that be wrong? How can that be a bad thing? I feel that when we have the opportunity to make a connection like that, to show someone that you care, that it should be celebrated. Now, of course, I'm talking about consensual. I'm not talking about forced. I think that when both two people want to do it, want to show that connection, then by all means, it's up to them. It's nobody else's business. It's nobody else's business how they show that connection. As long as both parties are involved and agree. Does this contribute to your spiritual awakening? Very well could. You could have an aha moment in the middle of your encounter. Speaking of the aha moments, we're going to cover those tomorrow in that live stream. So if you want to see or get some ideas of what aha moments are, because I use that term. That's something I'm familiar with. If you're not, then right now, let me give you a couple of ideas. You could be reading a book, and as you read through this sentence, all of a sudden something in your mind clicks and you get that, oh, that's what that means. Or, I get it now. I understand. A line from a song, a line from a book, something somebody says in passing. You may even overhear it from somebody else talking to another person. But they come in all shapes, sizes, and formats. So being attentive to this, even in having sex with a friend or whoever, your loved one, you could have aha moments then too. An aha moment of total rightness, or maybe even the opposite. Maybe it's this isn't right for you. That could happen too. It's just a situation of being connected with your consciousness. Having that love, and even if there's no love per se, but a sexual encounter, be conscious of it. Because when you're conscious, that's when you can get your aha moments. Now, I had some feedback the other day, which I truly do value. It helps me to make these videos the best that they can be. So if you have feedback, please put them in the comments and let me know what you feel, what you think, what your questions are if you have some. It would be very nice, very helpful if you could subscribe or hit that little bell and the like button. This thing right here. That would help too. I try to keep these videos at a reasonable length so that you don't get bored. It's human nature nowadays to be in hyperdrive. I addressed this in my last video, slowing down. But we find ourselves trying to hurry up. So I try to keep these short. But I also don't want to pass up opportunities to share, give you the information that is coming through. I hope you understand. I hope you bear with me. And I look forward to the next time that we get together. If you have an idea or you want something explained or a topic that you want addressed, put it down in the comments and we'll consider it, look at it, and go from there. Okay? Because as I've said, this truly is, hopefully it would be a dialogue. Now tomorrow is going to be a great time to have that dialogue. So do try to be here at 9 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time tomorrow morning, April 5th. And let's have some fun. Let's get some clarity. All right? I look forward to seeing you then. Have a great day. And smile if you so choose, because smiles, well, they just brighten everybody's day. And when you give one, you normally get one back. Okay, have a great day.